All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live Stream. We have got a most of a panel tonight. Right now, we've got Kyle Lust, Chico Wise with us. We've sent out some more invitations. We'll see what happens. But glad to have everybody on board here. This is my first time using this. I do apologize, but got to be a first time for everything, right? First time you just groping around in the dark, you don't really know where to put anything.
I was going to tell Chico he can finish chewing and go ahead and swallow.
But how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good, guys. Side chat. I know y'all are thick out there right now, so thanks for being here. It is our Friday, time for us to relax and get into some a lot of stuff that we normally get to on these live streams. But I'm happy to be here, like always, with my two brothers on the panel. Those guys right there, both of them. So
it's that camera.
I was like, come on, it's got to be this way. No.
Which way is it? Is it this way? What about you, Kyle? How you been, brother? How was your week?
I'm doing good, brother. Oh golly, bum! It's been hot down here this week. I got 3 new bullet molds and I can't use them. It's 100 degrees on the back porch, man. I can't cast in that. It's driving me crazy. I've been thinking about waiting until like 10 o'clock at night, but then I'm like, I got to work tomorrow. I'll be up till midnight. So I got my little horseshoe project done. There's a video in the works on it. It's going to be a quick one because it's too damn hot to use it for what I want to use it for. I'm great. It's Friday night, kicking back. Dog just went out and took a dump, so we're golden.
Well, the dog's definitely golden. You just ate. I ate a little bit ago. Chico's eating now. We might have to join the dog here soon. But definitely glad to have everybody here on the side chat. We don't have anybody of the claw chain. Do apologize. What else is going on? I'm sorry I've been out, guys. Just different things, it happens. That I've been in a really rotten mood for the past couple weeks. So I'm just kind of coming out of that finally and getting somewhere done. I find that like how proactive I am with dishes is like the best correlative measure for what my mood is. Right. So like, if dishes are done all day, every day, then most likely I'm in a pretty good mood.
I am exactly the multiplicative inverse of that. If everything's going great, sink's full, dishwasher's full of nasty crap, I start getting in a bad mood. I put on some music that I don't necessarily even like, and I just start scrubbing.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I'm good in most of the time, always, unless it's something involving my son. And we're at a new school this year, and it's only the 11th day of school, and he's unfamiliar. That's the best way to put it. So anytime they switch schools, it's a whole new environment. So, but I'm good unless he's having a problem. So, but it's Friday, and that's why we're here. I did, if any of you are unsure, today I posted a new video on TRN about like brass prep. So I'm excited to continue getting into this 357 loading. And so if y'all haven't seen it after this live stream, y'all can check it out over on TRN.
Yeah, we're going to have to get together and do some lever action shooting, brother.
Definitely, man.
I've got to replenish my supply. When me and Jamie went shooting the other day, I emptied out a lot of 44 Magnum cases. I've got all kinds of bullets cast up. That's what I do is in the wintertime when it's cold, I'll just cast. I keep salsa jars and stuff like that, coffee jars from work and stuff because I don't drink coffee anymore. But I've got jars and jars and jars and I don't drink coffee, Nathan.
It still doesn't make you any less communist.
I've drank plenty of coffee in my life. I've drank more coffee in my life than you have, I promise.
Oh, I don't know, but still, nonetheless,
Anyway,
you don't bank
move on.
right? You don't bank it. Be like, oh, I drank like 8 pods today. I don't need to drink another for another month. Man, it don't work like that.
I will drink coffee
True.
when it snows.
Coffee, water, and ibuprofen.
It rarely, yeah. Take 5 of these 800 milligram ibuprofens, drink some coffee, and you're good. But I bank up my bullets, so to speak. I've got salsa jars full of bullets all lying around, so I've got plenty to choose from. I don't have to cast when it's 100 and 110 degrees on the back porch.
Yep. Exactly. The Crazy Scotsman agrees that coffee is a must. I finally picked up a bag of Black Rifle, the BB. I'm really, really liking it. It was the best part of waking up right now.
I've heard it's very good coffee, and I'm probably going to get a small bag of it just to have at the house because I do drink it on occasion, like Christmas morning or something like that. I'll have a cup of coffee.
I think they're making some instant stuff now, Kyle, so you could just grab a box of instant.
I've got a jar of instant down at the cabin down at the property. Just in case I need a quick pick-me-up.
Yeah, Scotsman, I haven't tried all the different brands or all the different roasts, but I'm really liking this one. It seemed to be kind of in my wheelhouse, and then that sent me down the rabbit hole of watching all their videos and all that stuff the past couple days, which culminated today with watching the movie Range 15. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It is one of the funniest veteran-centric movies I can even possibly imagine existing. It's fucking hilarious. I can't even explain just how funny this movie is. I mean, there's things in this movie that you will never see anywhere else. You know that dark sense of humor.
So
I do. You're a little bit choppy, so you're stopping a little bit there. You got to that dark sense of humor, Kyle.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. That dark sense of humor that a lot of us military and veteran people type have is on full display in this movie. It's really
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it takes a special kind of person to laugh at some of the crap that we have to laugh at. So anyway, the movie's great. I highly recommend it. But that's how I've spent the past couple of evenings anyway, is down that rabbit hole. You done eating already? My God, you eat fast, boy.
Well, I put it away. I had to eat the protein first, the burger. I've got some fries. I can sneak one of them in where don't nobody see me.
Fair enough.
Hoover over there. Old Chico Hoover.
So Nathan, what roast are you roasting right about now? You said that coffee.
Oh my!
Oh yeah, it's the BB roast.
BB. Okay.
Give me a second.
And I'm a pretty big fan, man. So far, I tried it in. I don't want to get too hipster on you, but I tried it in my Chemex, and I kind of dicked it up, and I'm not sure how because it was really acidic. So I'm thinking that my water temp was a little too low, maybe, or something. I don't know. But so I've been using the drip the past couple of days, and it's been really good. I haven't messed with any gun stuff though, like at all. What about you?
I just been playing around with the Rossi, with these trying to load up. I was trying to do it without the crimping die, and then you guys know it's been a little bit over a year that I've been reloading total. So when I first got into 9mm, I bought my 9mm set of dies were RCBS also, and they still have that seed and crimp function. And I tried that for probably 20 rounds, and I said, let me order this, and it didn't click with the 38 357. So I ordered that the same night. I posted the video, and everybody was saying that, and I was like, when you second guess yourself, like, man, I should have been bought one. Then I thought about it. I said, dang, I need a case gauge too because I can't pull out my barrel in my Rossi to plump test it, right?
You don't need to. It's not an auto loader. If it feeds, it fires. Don't worry about it.
So here's the thing, though. on my dummy rounds, what I did, some of I don't know if y'all seen the video. Some of them had heavy crimps, some of them had messed up crimps. So the other night, and I got it on video, I haven't posted. I started loading them up in there, and some of them were probably too long. Some of them, the crimp was too fat, and it got stuck in the chamber. And I was like, oh, I need a case gauge. But so I've got everything now. I'm gonna have to do a video on this case gauge. I got it. It's pretty slick. It does minimum, maximum, and headspace.
Hey man, to each their own.
I know you dang professionals.
I am not one of those people, brother. I am not. When it comes to certain things, like for instance, I'm a big believer in seating and crimping at the same time. Just get good with your tools, and you ain't got to worry about it. The only problem that I've ever had is if you're using a complete mixed bag of brass and the stuff's all different lengths, then it gets goofy. But if all my stuff's pretty much to the same length, man, with pistols, yeah.
So
that's just how I grew up loading. I didn't grow up with a different die.
Crazy thing is, the day I got my factory crimp die, I was still messing around with it, right? I'm like, I gotta get it. It's just like, me being a mechanic, if something beats me, it bothers me. So I'm just playing around. And I be dang if I didn't get it on point each time with the seating and crimping. And I was like, yeah, I went through about 20 bullets. No, I didn't. I went through about 10 bullets getting it. But that's what bullet hammers are for, right? So
hey Chico, I got something to show you. Damn camera.
I know.
There it is. See it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's not the worst part of this round. Problem is, when you're using a 4-hole lead turret press, make sure it's centered.
Case buckle, yeah. That's a keeper.
It's going up on the wall of shame.
Yeah. Put it on the wall. Put it on a necklace or something.
So Kenny and Willie pointed out my lack of videos, which is absolutely true. Everything is still in pieces, sitting around, and hasn't been messed with much at all in the past 2 weeks. Just let other stuff get in the way. And in fact, I'm behind on an unboxing, and I'm not even sure exactly. Oh shit! What day he sent this? Okay, so I the expected delivery was on the 5th, so I'm assuming I got this on the 5th, and it's now the 16th.
Sounds like Uncle Jim.
No, this is Georgia Boy sent me a very heavy box that I need to unbox. Haven't opened it, so I have no idea what's in it.
A little higher. There you are. Hey, baby girl.
Hey, Vanessa Kitty. Yes.
Hey, Uncle Jim. Glad to see you.
Uncle Jim's video did help, as well as everyone's comments. I read every comment, and I at least liked it or loved the comment. I may have not replied yet, but everyone's video and response helped determining the issues I could have or things I should try. So I definitely appreciated everyone out there who responded and gave me some advice and suggestions. So that's what makes our whole community that much more awesome. So thanks, Uncle Jim.
I was looking away from the camera, so I didn't see what was going on. And all of a sudden I thought to myself, it's like, man, did somebody import a bird from out west? All of it, because I heard that squeak, 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 squeak. I'm like, I don't.
Sorry. Let me see it.
All right. So a little PSA here. Let everybody know that they're at $315 for the 4th giveaway, which is the 300 blackout upper. They need to get up to, or they wanted to try to get up to, or they're going for 600. So if you want to be a part of that giveaway, go ahead and check that out. It is for a very good cause, for a very good brother.
Scotsman posting a link. We'll get you to 600 tonight.
Whoa,
And
that's a
also-
bold ass claim. I don't get that kind of money.
We got some generous people, man.
Yeah.
About that giveaway for this is the 4th drawing. If you guys seen my video today where I'm using the Lee Challenger press, I'm add whoever wins that that upper on this 4th giveaway, I'm donating that press to them. Also, I have a brand new one in the box. Lee Challenger press. Comes with everything. That thing's pretty slick. Comes with the priming station and all that. Taco.
That's one of the Burger King tacos.
Taco! No, this is a Burger King taco. We have angry taco and regular taco. She likes tacos. Have a taco.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, she's that kind of girl. I'm down with that. Different type of taco.
I have that one. I got to sew that one back up. Here, take that one. The squeakers.
So, Chico, want to do a rundown, brother?
Yep, I was looking at it right now because I think I can do it. You can do it.
You can do it.
All right, guys. Here we go. We got 67 Rebel SST AMC. We got Broke Loader in the house. Chris 338, Fuzz T48, Gun Loving Grandpa, Juanito. I can't say the last name. Jesse B Outdoors, Joe Led Slinger, Mag Max Gus Jeff, Ocean 374. Hey brother, Reloader 762. Hey brother, Tacos and French Fries. The Big Man's Outdoors. The Crazy Scotsman, Tin Man, Tread, Vanessa Kitty, William C. Chaplin, Willie Bullet Man. How did I? And right now, let me tell you, I'm using the participants list. So I think if they comment, it shows up, right, Nathan? Ain't that how that works sometimes?
I guess, man. I don't know. I haven't used that before, so I'm not
It's like
that.
a pop out,
I'm
so I don't have
not
to scroll.
that smart.
Okay.
I'm showing 41 folks watching this y'all business. So I appreciate everybody coming out on this beautiful Friday. Sorry for having been out for the past couple weeks. I mentioned it earlier. I've been in a super funk, and I'm kind of coming out of it a little bit here. And I'm ready to get back maybe to work. The old man's working on some stuff at the house. He's got some 38 stuff he's working on, things like that I need to help out with. And I'm going to send him some powder. He's going to do his first powder coating, which is going to be hilarious. I don't know about hilarious, but I'm sure he'll find a reason to tell me why it's nonsense. But
Traditionalist.
no, he's not. Okay, so he went LLA, and I was just like, nope. Stuck my head in the sand. I'm going to continue to, use, my lubricizer and stuff like that. He's like, you got to try this. This works really, really well. Complete powder coating. And so he went on the denial on that. He's like, nope. And now all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I need to get an extra 2,000 on a bullet, so I'm going to give it a shot. Hopefully it'll work out for him. He's also going to be using some green dots. So, Tim, we might have to ask you some questions. It's a dot, so we'll see.
Dot.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, yeah, powder coat. What? The boy talking on the telephone. Yeah, Scotsman says that your participant list is whoever's in the room. So
yeah, I'm looking, and then I went back to the chat. So I guess if they leave, it doesn't show up when I click that participant. But like, say if they came in and leave, and I hate doing that, but it's cool that it brings all the names up because you don't have to scroll through and you don't double call someone. But so guys, if I miss you in the side chat, we definitely appreciate you being here and joining us. We always at least do at least 2 side chat shout outs for you guys participating and being here with us. We definitely appreciate it.
Chico, earlier you said something about I'm not as tech savvy as y'all. I've got my iPad right here. I've got my laptop right here. I sat here for about 3 minutes trying to find the cursor on my iPad by moving on the thing, and I still keep trying to type on the little pad. Oh, I'm plugged in. Hang on.
So Willie brought up our missing brother for the week.
The little pack.
Nice. Yeah, that's not going to work. Jamie is out of town this weekend, and he's kind of out of internet range. So I don't know if he'll hop on maybe on his phone for a bit or something. Who knows? But he'll probably prayers for a brother that's out of town. What does she have to do with anything, Warsaw? Brother, rarely you're going to get me to not show something, but putting that name on there kind of makes me. Oh, okay. I saw that. I thought it was a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It was not a thumb.
Huh?
Oh, you'll see. I just had to approve a message. Okay. This Scotsman. Never mind. Did it. Yeah. So anyway, hey, Floyd Hicks, how you doing? Glad you can make it. I hope everybody's doing all right, man. I'm still looking forward to building my long range rifle. We've kind of got to a point right now where I probably need to stop polishing and just go ahead and something I'm looking forward to doing here soon. Somehow or another, I have been carrying around this like 30-pound receiver wrench for probably about a decade, and I can't find that damn thing anywhere. Like where it went when I now need it, I have no idea. So
yeah, you go to fix some plumbing in the bathroom, you have to move the damn thing. Now that you need it, you can't find it.
Yep, that's it, man. That is it. I bought that thing specifically for this project probably a decade ago, and now all of a sudden I can't find it.
Nathan, can you turn my volume up like it used to be able to do?
I don't know. I don't see me having the option.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Hold on, let me see if it's under settings.
Charles Irby said, "Turn your volume up." My volume's turned up, but I don't know if user control has total control over that.
This is where we need Jamie. He's more tech savvy at this than we are. He wouldn't be looking around on his iPad.
Yeah. Oh man. So hey Daniel, God is my judge, man. How you doing, brother?
Hi boy.
Yeah.
Hey brother.
See some James Pollard out here. So anybody got any questions, concerns, interests, shit, stuff you want to talk about? I don't know. I am fresh tapped for topics for tonight because, well, I haven't been messing with it, so I haven't been thinking on something.
If you're in the side chat and you have a topic or a question or a comment, make sure you drop some kind of signal so we'll know.
Throw the hammer.
Like a hammer, yeah. We're gonna throw some hammers, like 3 of them, and then your comment will stand out.
So Daniel asked about a light primer strike. Normally, I would guess that's the first thing I would guess on a light primer strike is a headspace issue, where basically your case pushed up instead of depending on the round, right?
Which type of action?
Yeah, what kind of action? What it was it? It's gonna be.
Was it reloaded or factory ammunition?
Was it a CCI primer and old Taurus? That'll do it. Yeah. How do you reload ammo? Well done, 76. Hi, boy. Glad to see you, brother. Well, you see, you go get yourself some Trail Boss, and it falls out and jam something in the end, hit it with a hammer.
I see High Boy got 750.
Some matchsticks.
Yesterday, I think.
I saw that.
750. Oh, yeah.
With all the goodies, with all the extras. That's nice, though.
What's this about tornadoes? We ain't got no tornadoes down here. You crazy? We do get them every once in a while. interestingly enough, I mean, it's not like when I was out in the Midwest or anything, but we get them every once in a while down here.
Well, Miss Sister from another Mister, aka Cap Gun, said something about shooting at hurricanes.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, man. Shooting at tornadoes is a deal, dude. I've seen that even on the news where they actually like warn people to not shoot it. Please do not shoot at the tornado. That's my people. It takes a special kind
Now I seen, interesting enough, and I'm sure you guys seen the guy on the ice shooting the Glock, and it was spinning the bullet.
The 9mm.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, that's so cool," and I was like, "Oh, that's like an accident waiting to happen." That's my logical thinking.
It is, but that is a thing. It will do that.
I couldn't bring myself to do nothing like that, because what a better way to, I guess damage the gun community by saying, "Look, this dummy over here shooting at ice and shoots himself," or or the ice ricochet. I don't know, but shooting at hurricanes, I don't know.
Oh, my dog something's dead in there. Oh, there ain't enough air in the world.
Yeah, mine actually ran herself out of the room. I gave her some barbecued pork I had in the fridge just to get rid of it. And about 3 hours later, she's laying there just passed out on the floor. She's laying there passed out on the floor, and all of a sudden, oh my God. she woke up, reached around, reached over her shoulder there, got up, and just darted out of the room. I'm like, damn it, girl, you did it. Take it with you.
Exactly. Don't you dare spin 3 times. That detaches.
Make it have a chain on it.
So Warsaw Patriot's going to do a wooden pallet American flag. I'm looking forward to that, man. That's going to be really cool. Be cool to see. Vanessa wants to know why you're shooting at a tornado, and then Daniel proceeds to answer that if he's coming after you, you're going to defend yourself. Yeah, I agree with that. That's some sound logic, man.
Oh God, sorry, she's stronger than I thought.
He's arm wrestling the dog. All
right. Daniel, what kind of action was it on your light strike? If he answered that question, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Then again, I'm more in a goofy mood than anything, so I'm probably looking over stuff that's serious.
9mm. I think he said he put VZ, but it should be CZ. Daniel. It's probably going to be that. Which one is it? That PO1.
But was it reloaded ammunition? Because if it was reloaded on a Dillon 550, the primer wasn't seated all the way.
CZ 9mm. My first guess, too much crimp.
And reloads. They were reloads, yes.
Was it on 550? Did you reload them on a 550?
Yeah, that would be my first guess. Is just too much crimp, and the case mouth started to go into the chamber. Warsaw Patriot brought up shooting an RPG at what I'm going to assume is going to be a dust storm. While that is entirely justified, I am sure that you did run into some issues with the chain of command. Yeah.
The only reason I say that, Daniel, is I've had a couple of problems with 45 ACP on a 550 getting too big a hurry, not seat the primers all the way. It'll light strike it, but what it's doing is actually finishing seating the primer. Then you can pop it back in the mag and it goes off every time.
Half the time, every time. No,
I'm agreeing with Nathan on a 9mm. It's probably a little too much crimp, and it's going a little too deep.
That's not possible. You can't go too deep.
I've never been accused of it, but
well.
Nice.
Oh Lord.
We'll keep it
Well,
great.
great. See, I love Friday nights. Friday nights are great.
Yeah, I've actually never shot any of the big stuff. I just my job, that wasn't something that was going to happen, so I've never shot a G setup or anything like that. So I've never had any experience with it. I always kind of wanted to, like, I wanted to be on the just to fuck around, because I don't want to be actually in the situation anymore. I'm too old for that shit. But be in the back of a Humvee just blowing some shit up with a 50. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. But never got the chance, because you kind of have to do the whole being in the Army thing or a grunt of some kind. Yeah, that wasn't my deal.
The first thing you have to do is walk 780 miles with a 90-pound pack. Once you do that, they'll let you do anything you want.
Except for have the keys to the Humvee, which makes about 0 sense.
Hey, has anybody thought about what? Excuse me, sorry. Daniel's issue. You got to think about stuff is it's manufactured on a serious scale. You talking about, just think about the company CCI, how many primers they put out per day, then per hour. Anybody think about it? Could be a low charge in the primer cup, or it didn't have enough propellant or whatever they use. He said 2 out of 10,000 rounds. Stuff can happen, I know, in any industry when they're producing stuff on a mass scale. I just thought about that. Yeah,
brother. 2 out of 10,000. That's you ain't got a problem.
Yeah. It could have just been a defective primer. It could have been,
Did you try reshooting them?
That's what I was going to ask too.
Pop them in there again. See what happens. And treads right, could be a carboned up action, but if that was the case, I would think he'd have more than 2 out of that dang many. He's put 10,000 rounds through the gun.
He said he shot after the second try. So
it was either the primer's not seated all the way, which has happened to me, or like Fuzz said, the case is a little bit too short or too much crimp. It's just something was off. Do you even? I don't, but do you trim your 9mm brass? Some people do.
I doubt he trimmed 10,000 of them.
No shit. I would.
Oh, Warsaw would like to know about how the Frog Nation is going on.
They're there.
Daniel, because they shot after the second try, my guess would be probably that you had what Kyle's talking about, where your primer wasn't seated all the way, because to do that. So if that's what happened, most likely it wouldn't fire on the second shot. What the hell is that?
It's a pig, or it used to be.
Pig?
Hey, it's Santa Pig.
Nice.
You just pulled. Really?
That pig was being nosy.
What was funny is she got the squeaker out of it last night and was just walking around chewing on it. And I picked it up and blew through it, and it made the sound. And she went, "That hadn't happened in a long time." And then she decided to eat the squeaker. That's puppies. What do you do?
Willie, I did not, and I should have showed that. I should have showed my dies in my video. I have an old set of RCBS and Pacific Die Company dies. The cedar stem is not. It's replaceable, but it's not like the current stuff they have. The current stuff they have is like, I don't know, 3/8 inch in diameter, and my cedar stem is literally 1/16 of an inch. It looks like a pin. They're old, so I can't put the current. Probably the replacement. I probably could contact them, and they might have some old stock somewhere. You know anything about that, Nathan?
For who? What?
RCBS. So my cedar stems, a lot of people
Yeah.
were telling me, you know, with the issues, I can trim them or just buy another cedar stem from RCBS, and they're too wide. I mean, the diameter is 3/8, and my cedar stem is 3/16 in diameter. Let me go get it and show y'all, and then everybody.
Yeah, I would just call RCBS, but James is going blue.
James Pollard.
Yeah.
Cranky's next. Cranky have the 50. Oh.
Being original, go for a 450 just to piss everybody off.
Count. Speak. Louder. I
don't feel like me.
Lay down.
So we're watching dog training with Kyle.
Good girl.
Well, go make me money. Go make me money.
Nothing like a frozen peanut butter Kong ball to do the trick. She'll be playing that for an hour. You got to learn the secrets, man.
Yeah. Everybody's got to have them, right? I know I have a few.
Tricks of the trade.
I up on StreamYard. It's just such a daggum habit, man. Like I've been using that iPad for a year now to do this. Instead, I can just look up here. The only problem is I got to hinge all over and get in your face when I go to type. But
yeah, you're the only one that can see it. That's the problem.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't responding to anything when I was outside because I couldn't see it because my iPad was in here charging.
Fantastic. Then I've got the power.
You have the power.
Yeah, by the power of Grayskull.
That's why I was by the power of Grayskull. That's why I was sitting here looking for my mouse on my iPad, then trying to type on something that's not a damn keyboard. I was like, oh, dumbass. It's a little different. We're all still getting used to it, and now they've introduced another platform. That's why I texted you earlier to see what we were doing because I didn't have that platform on anything that I own. So
yeah, he says something about ninjutsu. I just got. I mean, it was like early. Where I wasn't getting any text from anybody that had an iPhone. Like, yeah, it was a pain. But James says he's going for a 550B. I approve of that message.
I like mine. It works great. If I had it to do over again, I'd probably go ahead and splurge and get the 650. But now I'm so far deep into the blue Kool-Aid that even though they do have a trade-in program for all the calibers that I'm reloading, I'd be out $1,000 to replace all that shit. Not counting the press.
So ninjutsu has no limit on the amount of people that can take part. Okay, that's why people are using it.
Right.
All right, fair enough. I don't know, man. We might jump ship at some point. I don't know.
Well, another problem everybody was having was the battery drain on what the hell is this? Gulfstream, StreamView, Livewire, what? StreamYard. I knew it was on my screen somewhere. I just couldn't find it. They're saying the battery drain is just stupid. I haven't noticed it because I'm on a laptop that's usually plugged in when I'm doing this. It's not plugged in when I'm on the back porch, but I did notice as the night goes on an Uncle Jim chat, you got to plug it in every now and then.
Plug it in.
Yeah, Kenny, the 750, they took everybody's problems with the 650 and upgraded them to different things. I've got the new Dylan magazine over there that explains all the differences. There's a couple of key areas they focused on. It's essentially a 650, but it took all the problems the 650 had and they re-engineered it. I don't know if they made a bunch of new problems or fixed everything that was wrong with it. I hadn't heard. I was hoping the High Boy would put a video out because he's the only person I know that has one.
You're muted, Chico. Okay, there you go. He's over checking himself out in the mirror. It's like, I look good. Damn. You see this? I just ate all this French fries and I ain't going to gain a pound.
Man, I'll be hungry in an hour. That's a lot of people like, oh, I would love to have that metabolism. Well, my wallet don't like my metabolism, you know? So look, check this out, guys. This is my RCBS seating die. I don't have the lock nut on it because I use Dylan lock nuts because the wrench is awesome. This is the diameter. And here is the seating stem. This is a current RCBS seating stem. See the problem?
Nice.
This is their new production. This is old. This is like Fuzz old right here. This one right here. I'm Fuzz. You know I love you. I'm just playing, brother. So that's the issue.
It's not made out of bronze.
Huh?
I said that's not made out of bronze.
Nice.
And my
Love you,
Pacific
brother.
die.
Where's the? There it is.
Same.
Right there.
I see what you're saying, Chico. Just call RCBS, and what they'll most likely do, if I was a bet man, is just send you a whole new die. Crazy Scotch says that they're up to faux 60. So thank you everybody that has jumped in and decided to get in on that drawing. I threw an R in there because it's funnier. And Fuzz, as far as I know, what you said earlier is definitely doing anything right before somebody has to pee usually does not come out well. Makes everything hurt.
What?
It was a comment earlier, Kyle. Don't worry about it. Funny as shit, though. Yeah. High Boys videos are thorough and very good educational tools. You know, sometimes High Boys videos remind me of, and I know most likely both of you watch these videos, but like those really old videos from shop class was like how to disassemble an automatic transmission. Like those videos were the greatest thing ever. And, you know, they were so deadpan and just, I loved them. And sometimes High Boy kind of gives me that feeling like how to disassemble a automatic transmission. Chico, pick up your phone and get him a call. Oh yeah. I thought he was talking, wanting you to call him.
I know. I was going to say my phone's in the garage.
Speaking of those old training videos, did you ever see the one that the Mopar guys did for the turbo encabulator?
No, I didn't.
I'll tell you. The hydrocoptic Marsal vanes are in line with the dual Wayne flazing shaft, thus eliminating symmetric fam.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that kind of, you know, that kind of terminology is all fun and games until you're trying to learn the ins and outs of how exactly, you know, a C-130 engine works. When you start getting into that damn prop freaking machine, you're like,
so this is
just a fire hose,
and here's the boom box. Got it.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. And then somebody like asks you my memory's junk, but this Wizaflungy, that, you know, how much PSI does that take to move? I'm like, bitch, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's an engine out there? Like
however much the Dumaflachi makes, that's what it takes to move it.
Oh man. That it'll come to me here in a minute, but dude, the thing that actually deflects and moves the props on a 130 is one of the most convoluted, like Rube Goldberg machines known that I've ever seen in my life. None of your business says film. All right. It might be, I mean, film's kind of, okay, film's kind of part of my business. I don't know. Down with Mopars. I agree because they, their door handles turn the wrong way and their keys turn the wrong way.
Daniel, that was just not right.
I missed it.
He said Fuzz never got to see a video in school. Edison wasn't born yet.
You know, those instructional videos were a real bitch when they were silent.
When you had to watch them on stone tablets.
There's some asshole with a flame behind there with, like, you know, hand puppets casting it on the wall. This is the dinosaur. Nice. Oh man, we love you, Fuzz. You know we do.
Hell yeah, we do. We're not
I agree.
cold-hearted.
I agree. We are all very cold-hearted people.
No, bad no. Oh man, I could tell you cold-hearted, Fuzz, but I'm not gonna do it because I like you.
I'm seriously interested in doing. Well, I've done that before, but the video. Well, Warsaw, go right ahead, brother. I am listening. Oh, what shocks for Grid Ranger? Gird Ranger? 4x4. I'm not familiar, Vanessa.
Fuzz, how dare you wish that curse upon us?
I hope my kid's born looking like a lizard like the rest of them, right? Like all gray and lizardy. Yeah, I get that thought too, man. I think of Moses coming down off Sinai with those 2 tablets. Yeah. And then, of course, that sends me back to some Mel Brooks movies. And
The 15! 10!
yeah, exactly. I command Fuzz around before then. Yeah.
God,
Ford Ranger. Oh, okay.
how many electrical apparatuses do I need to do a live chat? Jesus.
Jesus is not electric. Well, I mean, I guess he is, or it is, however that works. It's everything. So I don't know.
Fuzz says, Scotsman, I told you I was an engraver.
Nice. Dude, have you ever watched anybody do like some serious engraving? That is really mesmerizing. Like watching somebody with that kind of talent, like just get in there and they're just tink, 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 tink and working. It's just crazy. Like I never had the patience for that.
Yes, they spend 17 weeks to write the word "to."
Yeah. Have a good night, Signal Soldier. Appreciate you coming out, brother.
See you, brother.
Yeah, I definitely don't have the patience for that. And watching those people work is pretty amazing stuff. I don't know. I hope that skills like that aren't being lost, you know, because I think it's like important to know how to do that crap, but I do not want to take the time to do it myself.
Well, what's going to happen is we're all going to have to relearn it, which is the problem. We're too used to having machines do it for us. You can make anything on the planet that's being produced right now with your own 2 hands and whatever nature has. You're just going to have to relearn how to do it.
Yeah, that's you ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like the whole series?
No.
Anyway, there's a section in there, right, where this guy he finds himself on a planet. It's completely primitive. There's nothing, right? There's just people. They all landed in a spaceship, and there's just nothing there. And he figures out that as a modern man, his only actual skill set is to be able to make sandwiches.
Well, hell, he wins.
It's just such a, you know. Yeah, exactly. But it's such like, you know, what's that word I'm looking for here? It's just it just says so much about kind of where we're at. You know, I thought it was really cool. When Kenny actually made his own black powder. I was like, that's the tits. I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, Elvis did that. It was really cool.
Hello, Ledmon and 44. How is it going?
I just didn't want to get on some FBI hit list for going to Home Depot and buying, you know, several different items at once. And, you know, it could be misconstrued, I guess.
Screw them if they can't take a joke. One of the funniest, dumbest shit. I don't want to get into politics, but anyway, I heard something the other day that just got me laughing when somebody said that there was actually like regulations on explosives. I'm like, you ain't never been around anything because explosives are air.
Yeah. You ever lit a grill?
Crap in the world. Can I go buy people? No. Can I go buy anything else that goes boom? Just about.
You ever think you got a grill lit and then then you decide to put more charcoal starter on there?
Kaboom.
As soon as you take a match to that shit, backyard's on fire and your uncle's sitting there going, now that's a fire.
Yeah, stump removers at every hardware store. Oh, brother, I have been there, man. Warsaw, you know, I'm special ed when it comes to woodworking, and getting hit with wood has definitely been a thing that has happened to me on multiple occasions. One of my favorites was I got something all chucked up in the wood lathe, and I thought I was getting somewhere, and it really wasn't chucked in right. And I threw that thing on, and then it flapped around in the wood shop class. Got plenty of laughs, but I'm like, I hate this. I so want to get better at it.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with DIY Dark Matter, but he was doing something on his lathe, making a pipe, I think it was. He had it all decorated up with all the, I don't know what you call them, the lines and the grooves and everything, and a nice decorative pipe and all that stuff. And that thing just blew all to hell. And he came back on camera and goes, well, thank God I was wearing a face shield, and his face shield's cracked right through here. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. James Pollard, that's absolutely true. That is absolutely, I took wood to the head. Yeah, because I, especially when I was younger, as far as wearing any kind of PPE, I was not your man. I hated it. I've gotten better with it over the years. Now,
there's a couple of reasons why I'm dead as a post. A lot of it's gunfire, and a lot of it's impact wrenches.
Well, man, see, that's funny because I was somebody who actually wore hearing protection almost most of the time. But when I was flying, I couldn't wear dual. So I'd have my David Clarks, and I couldn't wear earplugs because if I wore earplugs, I could not differentiate because I had 5 radios basically going on in my head, and I couldn't tell one from the other if I had earplugs in. So I flew without earplugs, and I think that did it, man. I am freaking deaf as crap. Try infusing O2 and gasoline, I'm sure.
I can no longer see the chat, so if anybody's directing something my way, y'all let me know.
No, man, we got a lot of good wood jokes going on right now. Whether or not I think wood, all those are extremely important. I think it was beechwood, so it was kind of a surfer, so it wasn't exactly like, you know, really into it. Yeah, nightmare. So what else we got? Uncle John out on the side chat. Glad to see you, brother. What is the time looking like? 8:53. So normally about this time we would start trying to get on to topic, but we have no topic.
And no one threw out any hammers. I guess they didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Nobody else has any idea either.
Card.
Yeah, we so the frogs are doing well, Warsaw, as you can tell. They are doing well, and I believe they are after his guns. But that's just, you know, that's what it sounds like from my ear.
They better bring a lot more help. Every time I walk out the door, they jump in the pool. Oh. Although the ringleader is in the back going, oh. I guess he has his harem.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, there's got to be an alpha frog.
Oh, he sounds like he's, you know, the size of a dinner plate, but he's probably about the size of a teaspoon.
Yeah, I've pulled some dinner plate. Well, I'm about dinner plate. I've pulled some frogs where their tip of their head to their back is about that long. Out of the creek.
Thing's a bitch, isn't it?
I know, right? We had a little creek that ran next to the house. You know, it was pretty much their drainage at the point when I was a kid. But if we kept the snakes down, man, the frogs would get big.
Yeah. That tells me I don't really have a
suppressor manufacturer. Lead mining. I wish I. Yeah, lead mining. I do not have a suppressor, and it's not because I don't want one. It's because I am poor.
I'm not poor. I just really don't want my name all over some list.
I'm okay with the list because I want a suppressor. I want one. I want a 45 suppressor, something first. I want to see what it's
South Dakota Osprey is a fantastic suppressor. Got to playing with mine, and it's mine on a trust. You fill that baby up with water, it's James Bond.
Huh.
They have to be subsonic, really slow, like 800 feet per second rounds, but then it starts getting louder after about the fourth or fifth shot. And it kind of washes your gun out, too, because you turn it upside down and pour water down the suppressor and start shooting again. But I've heard if you pack them full of cable pulling lubricant, what they use when they pull electrical wiring through conduit and stuff like that, I've heard if you pack them full of that, it'll last a little bit longer. But that just seems like one hell of a mess to clean up to me.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go that route. I just like I really, for me personally, one of the things that bothers me for whatever reason, I can't explain it. Really loud noises really do bug me. Like it's funny because I love to shoot, but it's something that it's taken years to ignore. But so if my gun's a little bit quieter, like, and I can calm down easier and quicker, I'm gonna do better work. 76 High Boy says never. I think it's perfectly acceptable in most cases.
Say that one more time. You froze right in the middle of that.
Oh, he said that never seat and crimp at the same time, and I said I disagree. I think it's appropriate in most times. Sometimes it's not, but most of the time.
The feel of everything. I don't like it.
Hey guys, the Crazy Scotsman did have a question. He dropped some hammers. I was trying to not jump in on you guys, but even for the side chat, he says case prep for rifle. What does everyone use and why? What's the easiest and the cheapest way to get set up for trimming, etc.?
The cheapest way is to get the Lyman hand tools. Comes in a set, small primer, large primer, deburrs, primer pocket reamers. I mean everything. It's a set of either 6 or 8 tools. I don't remember. It's in the basement. That's the cheapest way. By far is it the easiest way. You will have wrists or forearms like Popeye if you go that route and you do any serious loading. I prefer the Lyman Case Prep Center. If you wait around and are patient, you can find them fairly cheap, like on a Black Friday deal. That's how I got mine. Can't remember what I paid for it. It wasn't much. That's why I bought it. Hornady makes one. Frankford Arsenal makes one that works very well that has a built-in case trimmer. I've actually borrowed my friend Jordan's Frankford Arsenal trimming a bunch of 308 cases because I could trim 500 308 cases in the time that it would take me to do 50 on my manual trimmer. So I had the privilege of him letting me borrow it for a weekend, and I've got a bucket full of 308 cases ready to go. That's my opinion.
I only have the most rifle brass that I have in one sitting that's going to end up being processed at once is about 100. Right? I don't do a lot of rifle at one time. I just don't. And as such, I don't worry about the Popeye syndrome. I've got a little Lyman Accio trimmer that does my trimming work. And I have crappy hand tools to do the rest of it. And I just do it the simple way, man. And I do a lot of measuring. And I don't get into it nearly like Kenny does. I don't have my case coincentrate. I don't even have any of that. So my stuff is real simple.
Back when 300 Blackout was not popular yet and brass was like finding hen's teeth, I was making my own out of 223 brass, and I got the Squirrel Daddy makes the jig for it and a little Harbor Freight chop saw. But the world's finest trimmer that you put in a drill, man, that thing works great. Once you get it set, it's the old Ronco thing, set it and forget it. Once you get it set to the length, you just put it in there until you feel it quit cutting, and that thing is 760 or whatever it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't remember the value right off the top of my head, but it was right there every single time. If it wasn't cutting, it was done. It was never overcutting. It's just great. But they're like $50 a caliber.
Yeah, I've used a lot of the Lee ones too, and the ball cutter. That's worked really well. I haven't had any problems with that. It's just it's how much you want to do, right? If you're doing 5,300 blackout cases, well, you got to have the equipment to do it. But if you're just going to do like me, where you do up to 100 maybe at the most, and it's usually more like 20 or 50,
right?
It's just not worth it to worry about. Setting the tools up and shit takes more time than just doing it.
Now that Lee's come out with a little adapter for the case prep centers, where all you do is you screw their adapter in there, and it's got the post sticking up, and you just sit it on the case until it quits cutting. That thing, those work awesome. I've got them in like 4 or 5 different calibers now. I haven't used my Lyman hand turn trimmer in forever.
Fuzz said something funny. He said those frogs would
singing in a skillet.
That's pretty good.
And I'll tell you,
man.
I have Brother Tin Man sent me a Hornady cam lock trimmer, and I have yet to use it because I've been watching a lot of videos on it. But I'm a physical visual learner, so I have to watch it and then actually do it because videos don't tell you everything. It's gonna be certain quirks about stuff, but I'm expecting to be doing some of that 308 soon because I know I'll have to. But I definitely appreciate. I know he was here earlier, so that's what I have, Scotsman.
Yeah, Andy says that Lee adapter's been around for a while. Yeah, it has. I've just never. I'll tell you what, honestly, guys, and this is just me being me. The case prep center that I remember from when I started reloading was the RCBS one. With a belt or possibly maybe some little gears to turn a couple little tools was like $300. I'm like, you're freaking stupid. Like, I'm not paying $300 for this little bullshit little thing that just, really honestly, it's like if I sit down and spend the time on a lathe, I can make this thing for $45 at the most. And then the Hornady came out, and then the Lyman, and then all these other ones, and the Forster and stuff like that. And eventually, I'm going to have to get on the bandwagon, just like I am with a digital scale. It just takes me a long time to unask money. I'd rather spend it on guns or something else. But yeah, eventually I will. One thing I wanted to say something about it. Tim said something about we were taught different ways when it comes to reloading. It's entirely possible, man, because the way I learned reloading was with very little loading. When I was learning from my dad and stuff like that was jacketed bullets. So, and that makes a big difference. Like, you really have to be Johnny on the spot with your tools and understand kind of how to case expand and do all that properly if you're going to seat and crimp in the same stage. But being that I learned it that way, and then when I started using cast bullets, I kind of adapted that way to the cast bullets, to where I don't shave lead. I don't have any issues. I've got one bullet seater that I cannot, for the life of me, get to work right, as far as crimping in the same step. But what's funny is, like, my 45 ACP, I've got a Lee Factory crimp die for it, and it's just to make sure. Rifles all get different crimp dies, usually because I'm really anal about making sure that it's perfect, and I'd rather have, the factory. But a lot of other stuff, man, I just pump it out. I just don't care. It's like, I know it's good enough. I said it right, and I rock with it. So that's how I learned. And that's how, if you read the manual, that's how the manual tends to tell you how to do it. So it's kind of that's how I learned to do it. What Why did that? Oh, okay. Hey, that's cool. So I can like take certain comments and put them straight up on the screen. That's badass. I didn't know I could do that. Thoughts on mixing? Hold on. Look, check this out. Boom. Thoughts on mixing powder coat to get different coolers. European SOB.
I love it. That's how I get a bunch of different ones. I get powders that really don't work right, but I find, especially like with Harbor Freight Red and a couple of different Eastwood whites, they would almost work, but not total coverage without doing 2 coats. But I'd mix all that together. And what does Timothy call them? Oh, Tim, what do you call them? I sent him a bunch of bullets in this coating.
Oh, your Easter egg bullet or your Easter bullets or whatever?
Yeah, I can't remember what he called them.
Yeah, there was a name, dinosaur eggs. I don't remember what it was. Yeah,
it was something, but yeah, I mix colors together all the time.
I have not. I have not mixed any colors together because I'm still rocking. Like, for instance, Dad asked me about powder coating, and I have a pound of Harbor Freight Red I haven't even opened, and I'm going to take him. So I've got my blue, purple, green, some red. That's pretty much all I got, and I haven't gotten to mixing them yet because don't shake your head at me.
No,
Robin eggs. Robin eggs.
That was it. I'm shaking my head because my dog is over here. She's got one of them Kong cylinders about this long. It's a ball about that big around. And her tongue is going about that far. It's sticking out the other side, trying to get all the peanut butter out of this thing.
Nice.
I'm surprised y'all can't hear it.
I can. Yeah, it's a little much, but that's all right. But that's just me. I pick up on that. This one here licks all day long, and if you don't stop her, she either sleep or she's deciding to lick on something. Notice the European weasel, my favorite immigrant. Yeah, color. Come on. No, that's all right. There's another one like that, right? The gray. Do you spell gray with an E or an A?
Depends on what country you live in.
Word.
And you know what? Same thing with molds. Have y'all noticed that?
MOULD.
Yeah, bullet molds. I'm like, hold up, what is that? That is. But I have also mixed colors. Certain ones don't mix, and that's probably has something to do with the primary color system, you know. But what I have done is when I'll put them in a container, I'll press them together like like the old school medicine balls. You know what I'm talking about? What they call that thing? But it seems like to get better colors, what I'll do, I'll powder coat one solid color and sprinkle me, baby. I'll sprinkle something else on it, and I get color like that, which is pretty cool. So
that's what I do with my zombie bullets. I powder coat them Eastwood lime green, I think it is, and then right before I put them in the oven, I've got them standing up or in a basket, whatever. I just sprinkle Harbor Freight Red over them, and end up looking pretty good. I've probably got some around here. I've got some boxed up and ready to go out to Gorillas and Guns, but hadn't been able to make it to the post office. Just like with Willie's package, it's sealed up too. I had to open Willie's package like 6 times because I kept adding to it.
Reloader 62 says, or 762 says, the Harbor Freight Red and Yellow are no more. They've been discontinued. And it's funny you said that because Dad said he went to Harbor Freight and they didn't have red. And I was like, oh, they just must be out. I guess not. I guess they're really out. They'll probably bring it back. They just needed to find a cheaper distributor or something.
I've got 1.5 pounds of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it does work. It's aggravating sometimes.
For me, it works really well. It's a little thicker than I'd like. I'd rather use something.
Yeah, to get a good coating, it's like with that Eastwood appliance white that I got. If you don't shake it all off, shake off all the excess, it'll coat it in one color or in one coat. But it's a real thick coating. If you get it down to what it's supposed to be, like with the other Eastwood powders, it ends up being splotchy. It's still coated, but it's splotchy. It's not a perfectly white bullet. What are you laughing at?
Oh, dude. So Daniel says Kyle said he checked out whose package, and then Willie followed that right up with, "Damn, Kyle, I think your dog could make some money here sucking on that ball."
No, I said I've packaged stuff up for people, Daniel. Come on, man.
Yeah, Willie, I don't call it junk, man. You know what? It got a lot of people into it, including picked up that powder coat pound. I may not have jumped into it, right? So I kind of think of it as being, a good entry. It's like a kid getting some Bush, man, for the first time when he's 16 years old. It's like, it ain't the best beer, but shit, it got you in there,
Oh, I was going a whole different route with that.
Well, yeah. See, whatever Bush you got when you were 16 most likely is not the best Bush that you're going to have. And if it is, you done messed up. Boy, you married that girl. Clear Code does a really good. Yeah, Kenny, I want to get some clear and some like copper penny or something, whatever I like both those. What's Cranky going on? Probably Bill Clinton's. He saw that photo in the dress. Dude, that's some weird stuff, man. Can you imagine having another dude?
Hey.
That takes some special time. Yeah, exactly.
You guys are talking about powder coat, and I want to try the bronze from Eastwood because I found some on the deal. So
I'm sure you did, and yeah, I think so.
Jamie's tried the. Is it different than the copper penny?
It's actually called. And wait, I tell you the price. Look, it's actually called architectural bronze. And for an 8-ounce container, and it comes in the container, it was $6.99 on Amazon shipped.
I've seen that on Eastwood's website before.
Yeah, I don't know what that architect. Some of theirs seem to work real well, and some of them don't. Now they probably all work if you're spraying them.
Oh yes,
right. I've found a bunch
stuff up
work.
She gets thrown up.
The shake and bake method's really the only way that I do it. I found the, what is it, forest green or hunter green? I think it's forest green. The Ford light blue, the Ford dark blue, the light violet, which my dog decided to eat. That was colorful. No pun intended.
Rename her Rainbow Bright.
The gunmetal gray works really well. The lime green works really well. The whites, I've bought a couple of different whites, but I wasn't exactly perfectly happy with any of them. You had to play with it. Did I leave enough powder coat on? Did I shake too much off? It's too. Oh, you finally emptied it, huh? Okay, all right. Let's see I call it macaroni and cheese because that's exactly what it looks like. I did a bunch of 40 cal bullets. I did videos on all these, and it worked a little bit better than the white, but there was still maybe a couple of dark spots in it from thin coating, or just the way the color moved around the bullet instead of the clear. But I've got my go-tos, and every time you pull up YouTube, somebody's pulling up a different powder coating company and putting up videos on how well it works. So I mean, the options are definitely out there. New York City Reloader has been putting out all kinds of different colors. He's got some mirror green from it's not Powder by the Pound. Who does he use?
Yep, Powder by the Pound.
Is it Powder by the Pound? Okay. But he's having excellent luck out of that mirror green, and man, them bullets are looking beautiful.
Yeah, I think that was the first one.
Sorry, bro.
The reason why I decided to go buy Eastwood was because I saw somebody's, and I don't remember who. I'm sure they were on my old weekly recaps. Somebody did a video powder coating using powder by the pound, and it just looked so much better than what I was getting with Harbor Freight. And I was like, damn this. I went and tried. That's why I tried Eastwood. And I was like, okay, good enough for me.
Right.
But yeah, what were you saying, Chico? Sorry to stomp on you, brother. I've got a little bit of a
No problem, brother. That was my bad. I use that Prince Purple Rain. Did y'all see those bullets I did? I got that powder coat from the powder coat store, and it was good. I liked it, and I've heard a lot about their stuff. So yeah, cool. That is good. But I also have their white, and their white goes on in one coat. And I bought a clear, so that's the powder coat store. You do better if you buy it. Well, probably with like even Eastwood, you do better if you're gonna buy a lot of it. Well, not a lot of it. Don't go there to buy 1 pound of powder because the shipping is like sometimes $11, $12 or something. You know, so you kind of. I look for the sales.
Eastwood. I get those emails almost. It seems like every daggum week telling me they got free shipping and whatever. So I just wait for them if I'm gonna buy something. But powder goes so long. Ever. Purple Rain and Cream. Oh, chocolate rain. No Jamie tonight, Texas.
If you guys need Eastwood powders, I'll tell you because I've been looking the last couple of days and I just placed an order for some. Amazon is the place to go to. It's $1 higher, but you don't have any shipping. So I think on the Eastwood site, unless their shipping deal is better, like Nathan's saying, unless they have one of those free shipping coupons or something, on their site, a pound of powder is on average like $11.99. You go to Amazon, it's like $12.99 or $13.99 ship, and they'll get it to you in a couple days.
Yeah, that's what I did with the Black Rifle coffee that I ordered. Is that it was cheaper on their website, but the shipping was pretty high.
Yep.
And so I wanted to just get it and then test it, see if that's what I like, and then I might do the whole. I think it's relatively. I'm not gonna say cheap because I'm the guy that'll pay a pound of Maxwell House for $4, but it's going to a good cause, so I'm down. Yeah, I saw somebody ask about Metal Flake. I've seen it. I'm definitely seen it. In fact, I think that mirror green is a bit of a metallic paint. Anyway. Now, if that stuff, I don't know what's in it, right? Because I assume it's not actually Metal Flake, but I don't know what's in it. But it might have some kind of adverse reaction to the barrel eventually, but I doubt it. Yeah, no Jamie tonight that we know of. He is out and about doing a thing and out of range or service. He may jump on for a bit. I don't know. He does have a link, as does Joe. Still have an hour to drive before I get home. Will brother drive safe? Fuzzy's still, what the hell? Into Alox. Dad loves that Alox, man. That LLA with some like mineral spurts in it. That's his go-to.
Yeah, that stuff's real thick if you just use it straight out of the bottle there.
I think he has all mine because I never used it because I thought it was communist. So
well, that it used to come in the sizing kits. It doesn't anymore. I got like 6 or 7 bottles. I've got several Tupperware containers of 9mm in the basement just sitting on shelves that have been coated and everything. And I'm like, this is just nasty. It gums up everything. It messes up your seating dies. Every 50 rounds, you got to take your dies apart and clean them. I'm like, this is bullshit. And I started powder coating and never went back.
It was a problem. One of the things that was a problem is our reloading equipment when a couple years, well, shit, I guess 6-7 years back, was in a metal building with no climate control. So I mean that stuff would just eventually like kind of the heat, and it would just turn into a blob of bullet. And it's just like, come on, dude. Like, I mean, that stuff works, but I don't know. It's just not. I think it works really, really well, but I think it works exactly like powder coating does. And I think it provides almost zero lubrication. I think it just provides a barrier between the bullet and the barrel. That's what it does.
Where does Vanessa come up with all these weird questions?
Vanessa's awesome. What are you talking about? What question?
Yeah, because I wanted to. She said, "Has anybody tried the prismatic powders?" And I've looked at their stuff too.
No,
They
she
have
said
a lot-
something about Rust-Oleum.
Yeah, that's the second question. Her other question was up. I was trying to get in. You know, I didn't want to jump in because we were talking about different stuff and what Rust-Oleum. I don't know about Rust-Oleum.
It's an enamel-based paint usually, and I would. Here's the thing: if you bake it on, I kind of bet it would work, but you might need a temp that might actually soften up your bullets a little too much. And the only reason why I say that is because I've kind of put Rust-Oleum through some pretty torturous shit stuff. And surprisingly enough, if it's baked on, it does pretty well. Hey, what's up, Mario?
If you're going through all that much trouble, it's just as easy to
There's
take
something.
and
Oh
bake
yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. The only difference would be is technically speaking, it would be easier to put on really good, even thin coats. Where with the shake and bake, yeah, not so much.
It all goes out in the size and die.
Yeah, exactly. It does. It all ends up the same size anyway. Yeah, epoxy paint. It's kind of some stuff might work. I don't know. Somebody had something I was gonna say. Talk about what was it? Boom, 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 boom. A lot of Mario. Oh yeah, he lives in his Lyman 450. So do I. Like I've got certain rounds that's all I use is the Lyman 450 and Super Molly, which you may make fun of because I'm sure a lot of these guys what we used was homemade concoctions of
Yeah, floor wax, bee wax, and W40.
yeah, just like dog droppings in it and stuff. I don't remember what it was, but I know it worked pretty well. Just the temp is what you would have to watch for sure. Yeah. The for sure you really have to watch your temp. But the problem with traditionally lube bullets is you still running that same issue with storage, right? This is one of the reasons why it was quick for me to jump. Like I throw let's say I size and lube, 1,045 Colt bullets, and I'd throw them in a tub, and I come back, a couple months later, and especially when we were out in the shop, you got lube missing and all kinds of other crap to deal with. Powder coat, they don't care.
I've heard a lot of people having issues with preloaded bullets, like they'll keep in a storage building somewhere, like they're in the process of moving and just don't get around to it for 6 or 8 months, which happens to be through summertime. Start getting bullets that they get squib loads, extreme leading, and all this stuff because all the lube is melted and run past the bullet into the powder, so the powder's not going to burn. I've heard stories about that. I've never experienced it, but then again, I don't traditionally lube my bullets. So,
yeah. Daniel asked about sizing after powder coating, but there's a lot of goats up there, so I'm thinking we're being goaded into a topic. But yeah, of course, I size if I need to. Right? If my bullets are too big, they get sized. If they're not, they don't. Stuck in a storage unit in Texas. I watched my first episode of Storage Wars the other night.
I like what Brody just said.
Unless
a lot of times, you can use powder coat to bring it up to a shootable size. I've got certain molds that I don't have to. If certain molds with certain powder coats that I don't have to size, they're between 1 and 2 thousandths of what I'm looking for, so it's not worth my time. I'm looking for, let's say,
100 thousandths. They'll drop out of the mold at 98 thousandths. I coat them and they're at 101. I'm done. That's good enough. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out a caliber, and there's not one. I was just using an example.
Fuzz, I totally agree with you. That old stick, Alox lube was pretty good stuff. I don't know if the new stuff's as good. I've kind of heard mixed reviews on it, that there was a change in the formula. When I say new, usually
They quit using the dinosaur bone marrow to make it hold to the grooves because they ran out of that.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Make sure if I really 5.6. Boy, this is going faster than I can count right now. You guys are pounding it. Somebody say Georgia boy?
Yeah, he's here.
Hey, Georgia boy. Hey, I still haven't opened your box, brother. I will be doing an unboxing on it as soon as humanly possible. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. It's really cool when anybody thinks of you, so I really do appreciate it, and I don't want to open it until I can film it and do a whole thing. Tin Man, I'm glad you got a camera, brother. That's cool. Yeah, traditional lube for I use that stuff stinks. It drives everybody else nuts, but not me. But yeah, I know what you're saying, dude. Dad used to complain all the time about it because he would always end up downwind of me. Must have been someone who watched MCK's chat the other night. Yep. Yeah, Uncle Jim's trying to goat Tin Man into weeping on camera. They say there's something manly about crying, and I kind of agree with it. But somehow or another, I'm just not that much of a man. I get all kinds of like upset or mad at myself if I actually shed a tear, watching Old Yeller, Now, I mean, Field of Dreams, it's entirely acceptable, but driving through Atlanta, yeah, dude, that's just driving through Atlanta is always terrible.
Georgia boy, you should have stopped by for dinner, man. I'd have made us some pork chops, fried okra, and some squash.
Don't let him fry anything. He's great at the pork chops, though.
I can fry anything you want. What?
As long as it ain't that damn air fryer.
Well, that's not frying. That's air frying.
I haven't watched that one, Tin Man. Is that the one that looks like a complete remake of Homeward Bound?
Get out of all my charging cables, girl. Back up. Back up. Put it in reverse, Tarrant. Put it in reverse.
Scotsman is somehow or another. My girlfriend believes that Scotsman is her spirit beard. I think I'm being edged out here. It's all right. It's all right.
What?
5/5 less volume.
Was it curly fries or something that came out like curly rocks? Is that what happened?
Oh yeah, man. We completely destroyed some curly fries that night. Yeah, they were really.
Hey, we both forgot about them bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, something else I found with if you got, I don't know, do you guys have a Zackadoos up there?
Zaxby's?
Zackadoos.
No.
Anyway, if you go somewhere that gives you a box of fries, you really never want to finish it. Like, it's just way too much. But there's nothing you can do with the other half because reheated fries are just
junk.
Yeah. You can air fry to reheat fries. Works like a champ. It's amazing. I don't know about McDonald's fries because I tried like 3 different types of fries to reheat, and they all work great.
I'm starting to get pissed, and I let Jordan take my leftover Five Guys burgers and fries home.
See, yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it, Scotsman. She's got to have something to look forward to. Yeah. Harper just hit a 3-run shot. Cool. I know the Phillies are trying to surge right now, as is everybody else in the NL East. And I'm glad that you guys are starting to get a little bit of your money back. I know Harper has been sucking it up pretty much most of the season. Maybe he finally got himself a barber he likes in Philly, so now he feels that he's pretty enough to play baseball. Bump, ba-da-dum, bump.
Let me see your ball. Let me see it.
That's a hell.
Oh, there's still a little.
Hang
on. I'm gonna figure this out. Maybe. There's still a little bit in there. You see it? There's a little bit. Get it, girl. Come on, go get it. Don't look at me with that sideways head. Just eat it.
There is so much that what she says involved in this whole conversation. I can't. My brain's gonna explode. I'll fix it. Mario, you're a Dodgers fan? Yeah, they're doing really good this year. If they're not, then we know we don't have any Dodgers fans left. But they're doing pretty daggum good. Hit that corner. Nice. Well done.
She's
beer salt. The only time I use salt in beer is when I'm stick to the bottom of the beer.
Yes, I've shown my dog several times. Actually, she was on tonight.
Yeah. He's got a pretty pup. My pup is no longer pretty, but she sleeps a lot, so she's got that going for her.
Yeah. Mine plays a lot, but she sleeps quite a bit too. So you just got to play with her for about an hour and a half, and then she's out. What are you doing?
Mine is not so much that. She pretty much so sleeps all the time and then wakes up and gets a head pat and then goes and lays back down. Hemi Scrub, glad to see you, brother. About time for another rundown, I guess. What do you think, Chico? You wise?
I agree, brother. Let me pull up the participants list. See, this participant list look a little small, but I'm gonna read it anyway. He's got Andy 79Z28, Brody 556, Jeremy Gunslinger, Jesse B Outdoors, Loaded Cap Gun, Mag Max Jeff, Nicholas Griffith, Ocean 374, PC Bud Empire, Philip Mitzer, Tacos and French Fries, The Big Man's Outdoors, The Crazy Scotsman, Tin Man, Uncle Jim, Vanessa Kitty, Warsaw Patriot, William C. Chaplin, Willie Bullet Man. Let me refresh to see if we can get some more, because I'm just about sure we have more from this participants list.
Oh, the side chat's flying by so quick I can't even read it. I've pretty much given up on it. I'll catch something every now and then.
67 Rebel, SST AMC, Cranky Cletus, Daniel God is my judge, Eagle Eye Shooting, Edward Petty, Georgia Boy 44, Hemi Scrub, Jerry 1911, Loaded Cap Gun, Mario Mason, MCK, hey brother, Reloader 762, the Texas Outlaw Michael Signs, Vanessa Kitty, Willie Bullet Man. And I just refreshed it. So for some reason, I know we have a lot more people in the side chat. I think this participants list, it should show everybody that's on board, but how many of y'all showing right now? How many you see, Kyle? I'm showing 39.
Mine says 36 like it did when I pulled it up. So,
and this was not 39. So
I can come back. Hang on.
But I will go through, because like I said, I know you guys are out there, and I don't never want you guys to think we're ignoring you. See, Tread. I know Tread's been here.
All right, just logging in. It shows 40 on the chat.
Yeah. So James Pollard. Let me see who else, because the participant list helps, but it's not showing everybody for some reason. Who else? Who else did I miss? Well,
did you say
Hemi Scrub? Hemi Scrub. Yep, I did. We appreciate you guys being here, guys and girls, and interacting with us, doing these chats. Last I just checked, Scotsman said he was right at about 500 on that giveaway, wasn't he? That's awesome. So we definitely thank you. I thank you, and it's very, very much appreciated for you guys helping out, and not just to win something. Don't think of it like that, but it's to help someone, and that's what our community does. Not only for members in our community, but other communities as well. So I definitely appreciate that. And I'm sure he does also.
Come here.
So does Weird Al Yankovic.
Baloo, come here. Come here. Come here.
Oh man.
I want to give Hemi Scrub a treat. Come here. Come here.
Is Willie still out there? Willie Bulletman, I think he is. I know Willie bought a lot of that powder from that Georgia powder coat place.
There you go.
Did you ever do any videos on the outcome of that powder, Willie?
That is a pretty dog.
That's my.
I think he was just talking about it, Chico. He just said that the stuff works like gangbusters. Somebody did. Somebody was talking about it. It's funny how Cap Gun can like slide out and not say anything. Like I don't even notice she's gone. So she's out my door and on here. So have a good night, dear.
Have a good night, dear.
Yeah. Which works for me. I mean, I don't mind, but yeah. What's your dog's name? I forgot. Damn it.
Baloo, like
Baloo. There you go.
Bear in the Jungle Book.
Or like balloon, but without the N.
Only one L.
Hey guys, it's a question in the side chat from Mario Mosen. It says, "Hey guys, does a P228 magazine fit in a 229?" I don't know if anyone answered that, but if you can you help them out?
I got nothing, brother. Unfortunately, I got
What is
nothing.
that seed? Cranky would know. Ain't that a seed?
That sounds sick-ish, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, get out of my power cords. Come on. I got like 47 things plugged in. You can't be over here.
Somebody tell Kyle the puppy just looked its own ass. Yeah, most likely. Balut. Yeah.
That's funny, Kenny. Balut.
Scotsman, but I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know.
Michael Signs, I didn't name her. I rescued her.
Whoa,
That
what
was
is he talking?
So
What is she talking about? What's he talking about?
what's who talking about?
I'm talking out loud. Oh, beard oil. Yeah, no. So
Quit licking my power strip. No. God.
you know that I think he's actually talking about a power strip. If I say quit looking at my power strip, is a whole nother meaning.
With plugs in it and lights and yes, bad. No.
I got you got me some beard oil, but that stuff has some pretty hefty odor to it, and it's yeah, not my deal.
Oh, there.
Yeah, it does. I kind of tried to try it one time, and I'm just like, no, this isn't. Yeah, I'm gonna wash this with some Head and Shoulders in the morning. That's about the end of it. Rub that shit in. I'm good.
It seems to be a big, I see a lot of people selling that stuff, big companies, and that stuff's not cheap. But it is a big market right now for it, so thinking about going into business myself and have a Dirty South edition, or something.
Dirty South beard oil. Yep, absolutely.
Make it smell like mosquitoes and damn
Georgia clay,
Georgia clay and what's that damn weed? Damn.
Instant man in a kiwi can.
What is that shit? Oh, stop.
What you talking about?
The Vine stuff. Come on, help me out, Chico. The shit on the side of the road.
Oh,
he's talking about weed. That's what he's talking about.
No, God.
I'm just playing.
What the heck? I can't think of it. I cannot think of it.
kudzu.
Kudzu. There it is. Thank you.
Yeah,
Georgia clay and kudzu with a sprinkle of mosquito piss.
Yeah, we
Hey,
probably
Jamie,
have
glad to see you, brother. We have our brother Jamie watching with us. So he is here in spirit, even if he isn't able to be with us.
Oh, he's waiting for you to say hey and let him in.
And there he is.
Yes. There you
Hey,
go.
Jamie.
How I missed you, brother.
Unbelievable.
How you
Unbelievable.
How
All
long you been
y'all are in
backstage?
trouble.
How long you been backstage?
Okay, so I've been listening. Do what, Chico?
How long have you been backstage? Now I'm going through the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to be careful what you're saying because even if I ain't listening, the Lord is. So keep that in mind.
Yes, definitely. Always.
Yeah, but him and I got an understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Which is the reason I'm fixing to tell you this story. Y'all talking about dogs and stuff. Y'all know Uga, right?
Oh yeah, Ugax.
Okay. We got Auburn playing Georgia for the SEC championship and a chance to go to Sugar Bowl, right? The band's playing, cheerleaders run out, they leading Uga. He goes to the big circle G on the middle of the 50-yard line, not knowing that he's on national TV and in front of 82,000 people, and proceeds to do what
Take
dogs
us.
like to do, if you understand what I'm saying. And this old guy looks at his buddy. He said, "I wish I could do that." And his buddy says, "That dog will bite you."
Nice. Well done. Well done.
How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm tired. It's hot. It is hot. And I'm in Toccoa. And right now, the plan is for our service will be over probably about 9:45, and we're going to start heading back toward the house. Um, Hopefully, I'll be back in time to catch foreign and domestic Sunday night. And I think we're going to stop at the pastor's church. We're going to see Georgia Boy 44 preach this Sunday morning, Lord willing.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Tell him I said hey.
That's going to be a blessing. Is he out on the side?
Not up in Toccoa.
Yeah, he was out there.
Yes, sir. He is out.
I know, baby.
No, Michael Signs, Uga never takes a dump on the G.
Yeah.
Me. That never happens.
Yeah.
You want to go outside? Okay, we'll go outside.
That would be great.
Y'all give me a minute. I gotta take somebody for a walk. Or not a walk, but just let her out. Please hold.
Right.
Thanks, in case you have been seeing him. Yeah. Oh, so Scotsman's going to have a marathon in domestic.
That's going to be fun. We might get to raise some more money for Jack Needs Our Help. Has there been a link put up for that?
There has a few times, and the Scotsman has a wrench. If you want to share that link again, Scotsman, because we have had some new guests step in if they're unfamiliar with it.
We're within about $100, I think.
That is correct.
So
and we could be very close to it right now. That's what happened on the last time. You know, it went over into the next one. So,
yeah, I think we started at 360 and we got up pretty close to 500. So that's awesome. Sosman's going to have Uncle Jim chat. Yeah, 12-hour Uncle Jim stuff. On Sunday, I don't. Oh, so how was the ride, brother? How's the saddle treating you?
I didn't ride, man. We put the cage.
That's well, I feel you. I know what you're saying.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
They have a thing called Changing of the Colors Rally in Hatfield, Arkansas in October. And sometimes I've been out there before and I really like that ride, but I don't think I'm going to make it this year.
Yeah.
I think the last time I went was 16. Ain't that right, White? 16 I was out there.
Yeah.
I rode back from Chico to Vanish. I left at 10:30 from Hatfield, Arkansas, and crawled in my bed at 12:30 a.m. that morning. So I was a 14-hour ride.
That's a long time to ride anywhere ever. I'd be dead. I don't know how you do it.
Well, it was in the rain, man. I had to stop a lot, or I could have done it in probably 10 or 12 hours. But
My problem right now is I get about over 4 hours, and my legs start to get so. I know I'm just gonna get blasted. Basically, those tendons that run across, like running, so bad. So I need to like do something to try to loosen that up because that's freaking terrible. So Scotsman, what I recommend doing, brother, is start a live stream and don't finish it until you have reached your goal for your for the giveaway. So let's say we get one done tonight. When you start the next one, you just start, so $0 and you go full on marathon, man.
I say you have a toga party.
In a toga party. Absolutely. And once you get to 600, you have to shave your beard. Full on Jerry Lewis telethon.
I'd pay $50 to see him do a toga party marathon for that.
I'd pay him $50 to see him shave his beard on live camera.
I wouldn't ask him to do that.
I wouldn't ask him to do that either.
If he would, I'd probably give him 50.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a high priority item. I'm just saying.
well, I would just about trim mine back to Kyle. The length Kyle's is now are yours, Nathan, for $100 donation to Jack.
Oh, Lord. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
You'll do it right now.
Not right now. When I get home, I'll do it on camera.
Oh, that's right.
I'll do it on Sunday night. I got clippers at the house, so I just.
All right, Scotsman, use that as a selling tool. Put in the side chat, Scotsman, what caliber this one is, length and everything, because I know you had several calibers, several lengths, and all that. Tell everybody what they got a chance on.
I don't remember. He said earlier, and I totally forgot what it was, and I can't scroll back that far to catch it. Hey, there's things going on over here.
Yeah, Nathan's been finding out all kinds of wonderful things, Jamie.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you can load all of our avatars in. You can do banners and all this other stuff. There's Chico.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask I see the reloading press down there I see it down there. Actually, I see it down. Dog it. I have to look here to look here. I don't know. You can move the cameras around, Nathan. You can do a lot of cool stuff. You can put up a topic, or you can highlight their comments. You already know about the comments, but you can type in a topic. Nice look. I think you know what I think one of the drawbacks about this is when somebody's backstage like Jamie was and I was, you don't know it because it's in a separate screen, right, Jamie?
Yes, down below. You got to be kind of looking for it.
Same thing with the chat box, the internal chat.
Yeah, you have to turn it on.
Well, it's over here. My internal chat's over here. Jamie's right here. Chico's right here. And Nathan's right here.
Jamie's right there. Nathan's up there. Kyle's over there.
Okay, so it's all the same format on everybody's screen. Okay, all right, cool.
It's a lovely story of a guy named Kyle.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. I mean, it's weird because I'm so used to one person screen of it being split into boxes, but I like the banners and I like the being able to highlight the comment. And I'll tell you what, having access to just the comments sitting here and not have to dual machine is really nice.
Yeah, but it's impossible for everybody else.
Yeah, I know, guys. Yeah.
Man, I wonder if they get that. If you get that with the premium version,
What to get what feature?
the side chat. If all of us would be able to see the side chat and not have to use two devices.
Yeah. Wait, you know what? Because we're almost close to time. I'll tell Nathan because he may not know. Whenever you end this stream, it's gonna ask for feedback. So make sure. I've been putting when I used it, I put more guests and other stuff that you think would make it better. You know, the max is 6, no matter if it's a paid version or not.
I thought the paid version.
Interesting.
No, never mind.
Huh.
Yeah. So I figured, you know, if you come in the masses, everybody's saying the same thing. They may step it up to 8. You know, who knows?
Which hell with 8, everybody's stepping on everybody's feet anyway.
Yeah, it's $200 a year. 200. I looked into it. It's like $17 a month. So might be something we work toward later. But yeah, Tin Man's been showing these Jitsi. Is that it? Jitsi?
Ninjutsu
Yes.
is what I prefer to. Yeah. What's up, dog?
So how about them Mets, Nathan?
Lost an ass for a little while, but we got hurt when McNeil went down. We've lost a couple people in the past couple weeks, or last week. So hopefully, when the troops get back a little bit healthier, we'll get back to doing well.
Yeah, they were blistering until they came into Atlanta and
Lost 2 or 3, but we lost one. That one game is just inexplicable for us. Like, just being a fan and watching what's going on, to have Seth Lugo just completely just implode in one inning, and I know this is a whole baseball thing. I blame the umpire. When you have a strike zone that forces every pitcher to throw right down the middle of the plate, what do you expect? And that really, to me, he was getting squeezed really bad and had a bad inning. And so we lost one when I thought we were going to. It's all right, though. It's all good. It's a long year.
yeah, they play everything.
Rebel Rebel SST AMC says that his is heavy and it's going to be taped well. Whatever box. It's box. Okay. Sorry, Jamie. I didn't mean to step on you, brother. I think I'm getting a little laggy tonight.
Yeah, you'll lock up from time to time, freeze up a little bit, and then it's just gone.
Sorry.
Kind of like the way I talk, and then yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry. It's been like that the past couple weeks. My internet's been really spotty, and I don't know how much of it's the router. Catherine bought another router, but I went to try to use it, and it was so I went back to the old one, and it just every once in a while takes a case where it wants to be stupid, and it'll drop. It's got 2 channels on it, and it'll drop one. And then you have to unplug it and plug, wait for it to cool off, then plug it back in. It'll pick both of them back up, and then it drops another one. And and then every once in a while it clears up, and then it's fine for a couple months. So, Tin Man is at work, and Tin Man, you're never clueless, man. You're on top of things. What else we got here? Yeah, Tin Man got a new camera, which is pretty awesome. We've done a rundown a couple times. We'll appreciate everybody coming out. I am not watching on the YouTube, so I don't know how many viewers we have over there, but I know I did see 41 at one point. So, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out.
35 watching right now.
Something. All right. Well, guys, it's getting pretty close to time. Thanks to everybody who donated tonight, says a Crazy Scotsman, and I think that was okay. I have probably nothing coming up. I have no idea. I want to work on the 450 and I want to work on the long distance rifle, but we'll see. I've been kind of hung up with some other stuff, and not to mention, like I talked about earlier, really bad mood lately. So hopefully that's clearing up. What's everybody else got going on? And say goodnight here in a bit.
What I want to do is the video I posted earlier today. I got some good comments and feedback and suggestions, and I haven't seen the brother who gave me some good suggestions today, which is Thorzak's brother Dave. He told me I should do a few of those series like I did today, you know, and I had a couple other people say that, and I had some reserves about YT policies on doing that, but I'm gonna do it, and I'll just probably put it unlisted and put it over there on Gunstreamer and TRN to view. But I definitely appreciate it. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm still gonna be doing a lot with this 357, and I've got some videos coming up on some deal stuff that some of you guys gonna be like, how'd you do that? So just stay tuned. That's it for me, guys. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it, and so does these gentlemen. You know, that one and that one and that one. Thanks, guys and girls.
I tell you, that camera thing is just something to figure out, isn't it? Guys, appreciate everybody in the side chat coming out and watching. Those of you that aren't even commenting, thanks for hanging around. I'm going to have a horseshoe video coming out tomorrow. Let's see, what else have I got in the mix? If it wasn't 100 dang degrees every day, I'd be doing some shelter building in the woods up here, but it's just too damn hot. By the time I get up there and start cutting stuff and getting everything dialed in and laid out, I'll just be wore out and time to go back inside. I'm not near as in shape as I used to be. Sorry about the frogs. They say hello. Actually, they're camera thing that way. Yeah, they're over there. Along with the dog. She's making laps around the pool, and certain ones of them will shut up for a minute. See? Yeah, I got a horseshoe video coming out. I want to do a review on, I've got an NOE mold that I got from Taco that casts a very large 44 Magnum bullet. Just the girth of it is large, and you can size it down, but when you load it up, it won't chamber in my Ruger Red Hawk, but it will in my Henry lever action. And I bought a die to fix that, and it did. I want to do a video on that. That should meet YouTube's things, right? As long as I show it's already loaded, all I'm doing is performing one more process, right? I mean, that should work, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll make a video on that because I'm going to be using the heck out of it tomorrow over at my buddy's house. We're loading a bunch of 44 Magnum up. And I'm getting a new grill. Get a new grill tomorrow. That's going to be that's what I got coming up. I'm glad everybody hang out. I'm glad Jamie could join us. Welcome aboard, brother. Carry on.
Well, thanks. I'm glad I got to make it in for a few minutes. We have a state rally up here. I'm at the Georgia Baptist Conference Center in Toccoa, Georgia, and we got room up here. We'll be staying until Sunday and coming back. But I do have, I've got a 35 Remington video that I got to get done. One me and Kyle shot a couple of weeks ago. So I got to get it finished and get it out there. I got 2 more loads to get shot up and tested for the 8mm. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to be able to see to do that. And Chico, I've got lots of 38/357 molds that we can make some bullets and try out. But y'all remember, check us out. One thing we've been talking about, we'll get some feedback, is I don't know if Nathan's ready for us to go public with this, but we're considering building a Georgia Shooting Connection channel so that we'll always be on y'all be able to find us easier on Friday nights. So that's something we'll be looking into and talking to amongst ourselves, and be able to spend more time with y'all and less time doing the paperwork, if you know what I mean. So that's about all I got. Don't forget Scotsman on Sunday, Uncle Jim tomorrow night, and peace, brother.
All right, yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out. I know that this was a change in venue, so having 41-ish or more. Hey, I got a little eyeball. That anyway. So I appreciate everybody coming out, and it's been a really good. Oh, it's been a really good time. Next week, I think we'll probably be back on Jamie's channel, or maybe we'll be starting our own new Georgia Shooting Connection channel. And something that we talked about that came up here in the side chat is posting videos on YouTube. With our channel and what we got going on, guys, a lot of times we're hesitant to post stuff on YouTube that may end up getting us bumped or screwed over because of the live stream. We want to do the live stream. So it's like that's kind of a priority for, I think, all of us. And we'd hate to post a video and then end up getting to where we can't do the live stream. So I think that's kind of one of the things. But anyway, it doesn't much matter. I appreciate everybody coming out, and we will look forward, or I look forward to seeing you guys next week. So have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. Sorry, muted.
All right, and we are ending broadcast and